or we've established that we have a product or service and that the owners of the product or service, the human capital, the people who own the human capital around this product or service, they set up objectives. And we found four basic objectives that most, if not all, organizations should be paying attention to. They're financial objectives, objectives around customers, objectives around employees, and just a general overall social responsibility objective. How are we viewed by the broader market? And we've got to figure out, well, how do we achieve of these objectives? How do we establish ways to achieve these objectives? Well, the way we achieve these objectives is we put in place processes. And there's basic processes that exist that need to be put in place for whatever product or service you have. Now, if you have a service, there's some things you may not have, but if you have a product, you're likely going to have a number of these things. So, for example, if we're trying to understand how our customers get the product, we probably need a sales process. And within this, you might also say, hey, we probably also have a marketing team, advertising, all of those kinds of additional things you might also see in the sales process. So I'm not going to list out every single minor minor derivative out of the sales process, but I at least want to kind of say, at least tell you that, yeah, we have the sales process that might have other little sub processes in it. Okay, if it's a product and it's a product that needs to get manufactured, well, maybe I need a manufacturing and inventory process. All right, probably need a manufacturing and inventory process to be able to construct using raw materials and then storing all of this stuff. I probably need that kind of a process. Well, if I want raw materials, well, how am I going to get those raw materials? Well, I'm likely going to have a purchasing process. Okay? Where individuals are going to receive this stuff. We're going to put it out on the floor. It's going to be manufactured, and then other folks, after it's manufactured, will go out and sell it. Well, I just keep on saying these folks, these people. Well, where do we get these people? Well, we probably need a HR process, which would take care of hiring and firing and training and development of our employees to do the jobs around this area. And we probably need to also hire people in HR to do that as well. All right, that's great. There's other things we got to think about, because where are we manufacturing this stuff? Where are we storing it all? Where do our salespeople sit? So we might need to go out and make investments. We might need to purchase equipment. We might need to purchase a manufacturing plant. We may have to go out and invest. So we probably have an investing process. Probably have an investing process to go out there and get the necessary things to be able to manufacture. We might need to make investments in computers. We might need to make investments in forklifts. Again, we got to make investments. All right, so that's great. Well, where am I getting the money to buy these big investments and to even purchase or pay my people? Well, I need to think about financing. So I probably have a financing process. And so these are all the different processes that I'm likely going to be seeing. All of these processes, right, are critical to achieve our overall objectives around this particular product or service for this for-profit or not-for-profit organization. we set the objectives, we put the processes in place, and then all these processes, what they do is they spit out data. They create information. So to extend this, it creates transactions, it creates data. So we're gonna, if this is just an accounting course, I just say it generates transactions. But this is a data analytics course, so it's going to do more than just create accounting information. It's also going to create other information. So it's going to create transactions and other data. So for example, other data, right? The transaction of paying somebody is an accounting transaction. How quickly am I paying them? How quickly are they getting their money? That's other data. The transaction of making a sale and getting it delivered, right? The sale, that's an accounting transaction. The other piece of data that I want to gather is, well, how quickly did the customer get it? That's other data. So if all we ever do is we focus on accounting data, we may be missing some opportunities. No, the accounting data and this other data is not always available. And we'll get into that a little bit more. But all of these transactions and this other data can then be taken and we can start creating other information. And so where I might have put in my transactions and other data, I might have put in another group over here, and I'm going to put them in because they are doing analytics as well. It's just different analytics. The people who put together the financial reports, that is a data analytics task. We're taking all of these transactions, all the accounting data, and that comes out of these processes, and then we are accumulating that data and we're putting it into a framework where it makes sense to the reader. So this is a data analytics group. I know you don't think of it that way, but they are. They're trying to evaluate where things go, etc. This is data analytics over here. But this class is beyond just financial reporting. So I put in another group, business analysis. Where they may be maybe they are using some of the transactional data, but they're probably using other things. And this is also data analytics. So you might see, well, we need a financial analyst or we need a business analyst. Well, what do you think those people are doing? Right? They're taking all of these transactions, all this other data, and they're evaluating it. So this is also data analytics. So to take this wealth of information, we need people who are focused on financial reporting process and business analysis process. You can call it whatever you want. And what both of these groups do is they take the information and they summarize it. And they create financial statements or they create other types of dashboards or workbooks or Excel documents or Power BI or Tableau, whatever it is. but they're creating usable information for the business owner. Okay? And what's the business owner going to do with that? They're going to take this information and then they're going to go back and they're going to evaluate how well did our results compare to what we set for objectives, both for financial, customer, employee, and social responsibility. Did we meet it? Can we improve it? And maybe we need to improve our processes. And then if we improve our processes, we'll go through another year and we'll see how those improved processes are going to help us both from a financial reporting process as well as a business analysis process.